So if you guys haven't seen this tournament yet, we have made it all the way to the quarterfinals here, and we will be having Jabari versus Andrew, best of 5 set starting right now, really. We are going to take a quick look at the Civ draft, of which there is a bit of a weird situation where we had the Aztecs ban here at random, and the players talked it over, and the ban is actually Berbers, so there will be no Berbers. Aztecs still around. Can't really do much with it right now, but we'll get there when we get there. Nonetheless, you can see Jabari has banned Magyars. He selected Mongols, Persians, Japanese, which were sniped, Byzantines, Goths, Britons, Turks, and Vietnamese, with Andrew going with Berbers, who are the actual snipe. Guess we just black them out. Vikings, Italians, Lithuanians, Aztecs still available, Mayans, Portuguese, and Ethiopians. He also banned Saracens. So looks like Jabari won't get to play Saracens here on Battlegrounds, which is what he's been known for so far. So, I'm going to adjust the volume on my sound here. It sounds a little bit too loud for music. But Hitch, welcome, welcome. You ready to dive into this set?
Good morning.
Good morning. You're hilarious. But are you ready, sir?
Yes. Well, I'm loading the game up.
Alright, well, I am at 5 seconds when you are ready. And Battlegrounds game 1, guys, and we are going to actually have Mongols for Jabari, not too surprising, against Lithuanians for Andrew, another great civ for this. So, looking forward to this, indeed. Quarterfinals hype, indeed. But,
So, if I remember, you said you think that the games are going to become more boring in the quarterfinals, right?
not at all. They're going to be more exciting. Looking forward to it. Just I've done a lot of setting things up in the last like
Mm.
half hour, so happy to be
Ready when you
underway.
are.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, so Mongols. Lot of debate about Mongols in this tournament. But Lithuanians, I feel like a civ that could outdo them here with the faster moving skirmishers. Uh,
Yeah.
Solid options on their end.
Yeah, good skirms for the Lithuanians could become in very handy if it gets to that point. But I definitely think the Lithuanian player would prefer to end it in Castle Age, right? Get a lead if you can
Yeah,
early.
and you and I had a conversation about Mongols because of I asked for some feedback in the Discord, and people were hating on us for making so many Mongol-friendly maps. But we talked about how if you expect Mongols to be on the other side, it's not going to be all that difficult to figure out some way to counter that. So, uh, and I suggested, an all-in Castle Age. I think that's really, your best shot. Get them before they can get their numbers up. Use the situation and really try to force their hand.
Yeah, no, that said, Lithuanians so often all about those relics, but only 3 relics here, so you can't necessarily rely on getting all those.
Yeah, that's true. Lithuanian's an interesting pick on here. The relic bonus is really nice, but I think the real bonus for them on this map starts in the the food eco here, nice and early, starting with that additional food at the beginning. Gives them a nice little
Yeah.
boost. Maybe helps with that earlier uptime for scouts if that's what is chosen here.
We will find out shortly.
Absolutely. So, uh, Lithuanians, though, we have seen quite a few times on this map, and I think they have a pretty good win record. Mongols, we haven't seen a whole lot of, really, because it's been banned most of the time. So, we'll be interested to see how that works out.
Yeah, it's look, I'm really am liking the change to the terrain on the slope. I think looks just prettier. Makes me happy.
Yeah, you want to just explain that real quick for everybody?
Oh, well, that's not terribly important, but previously the terrain in the battleground, from the battleground and from the plateau there, met in the middle of the slope going down into the battleground. But now there's a different terrain there in the middle, and that kind of helps keep some of the gold and food from spawning up on that slope as much.
Yeah, it kind of forces everything down into this area, so definitely helps out, I think, with the gen. I like what I've seen with it thus far. We also have Jabari going way out to try to bring this boar in from all the way over here, I'd imagine, unless this is another sneak vill here. Nope, he will be taking the boar. Scouts just passing as well.
Ah,
Mongols with their hunt bonus going to be up very quickly, but you know, Jabari did not push in the deer.
yeah, well, I mean, he's going out for yet another boar here, to the northeast. So, getting some extra llama, as it were, getting a couple extra boar,
Yep,
and still using that bonus.
yep. Andrew doing the same, bringing in this boar, and Jabari sees it here, and he's going to try to make this not happen. But I think he may be too far behind here.
I mean, yeah,
Loom is
even
in.
right. The fact that players are going to be getting loom if they are trying to get these boar out there just means it's going to be real hard to stop.
Absolutely. But all things considered, we're going to have 3 boar under the TC for Jabari here in total thus far. And as far as I've seen, just the 2 here for Andrew. But he's clicking up nice and early with that additional food bonus.
Absolutely. I'm talking about the generation here. Battlegrounds, I think, it's really come into its own here. I mean, the players' resources at home are nice here and solid, and I think everything in the middle is really balanced out. Equal access to food and gold for both of them.
Yeah, it's been very nice, like you said, to see how this tournament's like changed, how we've looked at these maps and the meta of them. But all in all, it's been a really great map for us here, and we've seen a lot of different things on here. It hasn't been only scouts, as Andrew loses his scout to the TC of Jabari.
Yeah, unfortunate, no doubt for him. But I mean, if you well, actually, Andrew had not scouted a large portion of the map. I mean, he scouted a decent chunk in the middle. He knows where some golds are. He'll be all right.
And he's going to be up significantly ahead of time here, too, so he's going to drop a stable here in a second. He knows where his opponent is, so he will be able to send the scouts directly there and try to harass some walls, as it were. Don't think he's going
Mi-
to be getting in, but
Yeah, minute and 40-second advantage. You definitely have a big advantage when it comes to scouts. But as you said, Jabari has not gone out to the middle for food, which you might have been expecting from the Mongol player, right?
yeah,
And
exactly.
and he is and he's walled up already. A heavy commitment to walls with 5 villagers have
Yeah.
being part of the walling there. So this is, is he going to try to get up to castle with this? He doesn't really have the food yet.
I think he has to go scouts here, honestly. But again, like you said, not out in the middle, so maybe he is going to go for more of a Castle Age play, which we have seen Jabari wall up and do, but with Saracens previously. So Saracens being sniped and taken away from him, perhaps that is his plan here.
Yeah, no, he's going to be dropping a bunch of farms here. It looks like.
Now he is going to drop the stable though, so it's not going to be a full boom here, but you know, the nice thing, Andrew's scout is arriving here. He will see this stable if he goes. Yep, he will see it. So he should have an idea of what's coming his way, and hopefully he doesn't overproduce too many scouts. He is also just now getting walls up here at home, so gonna be interesting. Defensive spear already here for Jabari. Gonna get a few hits, almost taking out a scout. So all in all, fairly even at the moment. Villager count is just slightly ahead here for Jabari, not even by much. But I mean, in this position, as Mongols, I feel like not moving out to the center is kind of a mistake. I mean,
I
he's
mean, it
obviously
would be a
safe.
mistake to go out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously safe now, but like, I think if he would have milled a deer, I think he would have been pretty much through it by the time his opponent, got up this far. So, see if that comes
Yeah,
back.
I mean, if are you really wanting when? What do you want to do as a Mongol player? Are you wanting to fight in feudal and castle age, or do you think you're focused on getting to that post-stem composition?
Yeah, I mean that's. It depends. I mean, he's produced quite a bit here. He's got 3 scouts in the field. He's got 2 spears in the field.
Fourth one on the way.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, he's almost walled up at home. There's Andrew's. I mean, Andrew's almost walled up at home. I think there's like a 1 tree gap here, but otherwise, oh no, does he not see it? I don't think he sees the gap. Could be a problem. Scouts at
Oh,
home, or
the
spears at home to defend.
terrain bush is tricking him.
Yep. Scouts for Andrew just coming home. He's not producing anymore right now, and he is going to be able to wall this up in a good time. So we'll need to see him shift onto gold here, but
This,
should be
you know,
pretty
this is
fast.
why this is why you always click inside of your opponent's base, even if they look like they're walled up, because Jabari could be in here causing mayhem if he just clicked in.
Yeah, and he will shift to gold, so he's just going to try to go to castle and go from there. But I mean, Jabari at the same time, he's going to be in a fine spot. He's got a lot of farms coming up. He just put a little bit more investment into this that his opponent did not. So
And he looks like he'll be a little bit behind on the age up again from Andrew. But that's what he said. If he had been able to get out in the middle and get some of that hunt, he might have been able to get a fast
oh,
castle time.
scouts are coming from Jabari. He clicked in.
Uh, yep. See, I mean, it took him a little longer than we might have liked, but he clicked in. Now, 3 scouts from Andrew are here, but with a little bit of luck. Oh, and I don't know if he was weak. There's 1 vill down. This will be 2 vills down.
Yeah, this hurts.
Oh, and he should get a third. And he could get a fourth if he's focused.
Yeah, this is a tough and unfortunate loss and rough indeed. He says, couldn't agree more. That hurts having that hole there. So he will be down by 4 vills right now. Jabari's eco getting very close to clicking up. Andrew can click up now, but given everything that just happened, he a little bit delayed. So all in all,
Uh,
though, only a few vills, and he's on his way already as compared to Jabari, who's not. So if he could get some TCs down, he might be able to make that up before his
ex-
opponent gets TCs down.
exactly. If he has a minute or two advantage in Castle Age, he should be able to even out that gap. But that's still not where you want to be, right? Like if he hadn't lost those villagers, he'd be gaining his own vill lead rather than making up for this deficit.
Exactly. It'll be very interesting to see where he goes out, what he does with this. He obviously sees the middle of the map pretty well here, so I mean, the name of the game is to expand into the middle here. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
very interesting to
Well,
see which gold he goes to, the
the
northern
the
or the
the,
southern.
res- the resources here are really important though because Jabari's going to be able to drop 2 TCs when he gets up. Andrew will not.
Yeah, due to losing some vills and having a little bit more of problems at home.
Yeah, just he doesn't have the wood for it. So Andrew Girardi's gonna have probably get the TC up in the middle first if he decides to.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see here. We did see the second stable come in for Andrew, so he's going to try to go into Knight. So maybe he's just going to stay 1 TC and add a monastery if possible soon enough. But honestly, I think his ego is pretty
Oh,
balanced in
Bill
this.
from Jabari going to be sniped here.
Oh, that's very good news here for Andrew.
I don't. It looks like that might have been a misclick, maybe. I'm not sure how that happened.
Vil will go down. Scouts will escape with their lives. Very nice pick. I'm sure that made Andrew a little happier after being able to actually take down a Vil. Will be 2 stable production, but he can only produce that very short time at the moment, as he does have a Vil headed to the mid for a monastery.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that at all. He'll have the lead with a few knights out. He can grab these relics. Will give him a big edge. I mean, Lithuanian paladins with +3. Um, Not something that you're going to want to have attacking your base in Jabari position.
Yeah, and he already has +1 defense. He's getting foraging now. Husbandry also going to be coming in here. So, I mean, he's taking fights against spearmen right now, which isn't the greatest trade, but it is better than wait until those get upgraded if they were to get upgraded. And it will be 2 TCs within the base here of Jabari, so he's just going to try to boom.
And I kind of suspected that, because here's the thing: you have the gold at home to get up to Imperial. You have the gold to start massing those units that you want, and to get that military lead. So you can pull it off. It's not you have to go out though after that. Like he can boom up here, but he's going to have to move out as soon as he gets this economy settled.
Yeah, and
Here's the,
Camel's the choice here for defense, so he'll be in fine shape. Bad fight up here as he's just attacking palisades, basically losing all of his units there, but
yeah, it's unfortunate. Like losing knights and scouts to nothing.
yeah, Monk already
For
on its
nothing.
way out, gonna grab at least 1 relic, and this town center, only 3 vills being in use at the moment, so
Yeah, but he's really smart enough to pull his units away, not to draw them into the villager, so it should go up no problem.
yep.
Um, Not a bad TC, but he'll need to get a third up if he's gonna keep up though. He's already 9 vills behind.
Now gonna go for a conversion here and try to get a nice fight, but no conversion. Second Monk should be out here in a second as well, so the only thing here is now we're gonna have to pay a lot of attention to this villager count, as it's already a 10 or 9 vill lead here for Jabari.
Yeah, but there are risks to that. It takes time to pay off. If Andrew is able to get a significant military lead, which he does not have yet, with these extra relics, uh, um, it might not matter to the lead if they all die.
Yeah, and he's actually going to drop the relic and get it to conversion. He's going to get another conversion, so this is going to be a really nice exchange for him here. It's still against camels, which isn't great, but all in all, did convert 2 camels to lose 2 monks, but not bad.
Yeah, neither player having Castle Age
Oh,
upgrades on their
another quick conversion.
cavalry.
Uh, okay, yeah, Jabari has, or Andrew has relics. I was like, well, he has +2, but he has a relic, so yeah, that makes sense. Um, but yeah, 2 of the 3 relics already taken here for
Yeah, and
Andrew.
it should be very difficult for Jabari if he wanted to deny the third one, because Andrew took the forward ones first. So, not that he would. I mean,
Yeah, I really
he
like
doesn't
the
have much military.
position for Andrew though. He's moving out. He is getting relics. He's trying to use his bonuses. He's taking some really good fights.
I mean,
Converted some units.
he has scouted that third relic, but apparently not going for it. Maybe does he think the monks are more useful over here, or has he not realized it? Sees it.
Oh, well, he just sniped a monk here too. So I mean, he's very busy. I think he's probably just trying to. No, he's got another one going for it actually. Looks like.
That's good. Yeah.
Now, if you're in Andrew's shoes here, do you try to move those relics back within your walls at your base, or you just leave them in the middle?
Here's the thing. I think if he's in the position where he's losing that position, he's already losing the game.
Yeah. He's going to do a really good job in trying to pressure here, forcing a lot of idle time, taking a lot of vills, actually all the vills, but 3 off of gold here.
I'm probably going to buy a castle from Jabari to put on the front here for all these just deleted walls. What's this about?
Or maybe
Oh,
he just wanted to
goodness.
get down some, something, I guess. I don't know. Feels weird.
This is exactly what Jabari needs to be doing, though. He needs the pressure, because, well, actually, scratch that. he's now only behind one Vil. He killed 3, so there's just been idle time. Yeah, Jabari's up to 9.5 minutes of idle TC time compared to only 1.5 minutes for Andrew. So the Vil lead is closed, and Andrew has a lot more military on the field.
Yeah, that castle is going to come up just in time here, and that third relic already in for Andrew, so sitting in a nice position here. Castle will take out some spearmen here, it looks like, but all in all, that castle really good position on the hill,
Yeah,
defends the majority, well, all the
it's
eco.
it's a good castle, but once you have the castle up, you're kind of committed to it. It's not inconceivable that Andrew could get enough knights here with +3, and if he gets his castle age upgrades and breaks in, he could snipe TCs. And that
Yeah.
castle's not going to do anything about it. And the wood eco's open. If Andrew gets in, it's over. But
Oh, Andrew's.
shooting. Oh, please go forward, Andrew. He has one knight up there. No.
What is this
Oh, yep,
forward
he's going.
market? This has to be a misplay, right?
Uh,
You don't want to market here. I think that was supposed to be another town center.
and
Regardless,
be
a
a
few
very
vills.
bad place for a town center. But
Yeah, a few vills are going to go down here as well. So I mean,
yeah, I
Andrew
mean,
in a very good position.
yeah. After those bad exchanges earlier, Andrew's got to be very happy with where he's going. Um, where? Okay, Jabari. Jabari bought more stone for this town center. But what do you? Mm,
Pikemen come in as well. So there's a can't fight it with the camels, and these knights and camels are going to be in here. It looks like.
yeah, I was gonna complain that he's not taking out the CC, but he can take out that TC in his villagers later. He's in.
Yep, doing a really good
The
job
only
here.
complaint I have is the lack of the second armor upgrade. And though he has archer armor coming in, but he doesn't have his second cav armor.
Yeah.
Not where I don't love that.
Definitely. I mean, he is doing a good job to force the hand of his opponent here, at least, and he's going to be killing vills, which is what he wants. But losing a lot of military here.
Oh yeah, but it's a 20, almost a 20 vil lead here. No, yeah, 20 plus vil lead for Andrew. So, I mean, as long as he's producing, which he's not right now, but as long as he starts producing military shortly, it's okay to lose these.
Yeah, I mean, altogether, he has taken the vill lead. He's caused a massive amount of idle time. I mean, he's starting to produce again. I think he just needs to really fix his food eco. He's got
He,
plenty on gold.
yeah, he needs to fix his gold eco is what he needs to do. He needs farms.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the monks go down here to the Mangadai, and Spearman probably will as well. But he's actually switching into archery ranges, so maybe he's thinking of, yep, elite skirm upgrade. There it is. So knight skirm, probably your best chance here. Really
You said
unfortunate, like
best
you said,
chance. I
he
mean,
didn't have those
the
upgrades.
the man is 28 vils ahead. It's not like you say best chance like he's behind.
Well, best chance considering he just lost all of his army to defend from the numbers of Mangadai. And so, but
Gotcha.
Vil's being caught out here again, so even a larger villager lead here. Jabari's in a lot of trouble here. He's got to reboom. His opponent just needs to keep himself safe, which,
Yeah, well, but the thing, look at this eco balance, 413, 225 for Jabari. That's garbage. And Andrew getting more on food. He gets a little bit more on food. Get some of this off wood. Get some of this off gold. He'll be all right. He's gonna be great.
yeah, but these Mangadai are going to come, and if they get in here, there are a lot of exposed vills.
Yeah, and there's no military here. This is no castle at home. So this is why I would have much preferred a second TC up on this hill by this gold. I
Yep.
think would have defended the side of the space much better. Well, oh my goodness! Look at the wood line running.
Yeah, I think that's the right move. He's going to be able to TC on the mid, so uh, very lot of. Oh, he's talking about Jabari's TC. I was talking about Andrew's, but
That's
yeah,
what I was talking about. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, but they're in here, and a lot of vills could go down. Skirms are on their way back. Luckily, Lithuanians have faster
That's
skirmishers.
yeah. I mean, in 8 skirms against 9 Mangadai, it's going to be enough to do the job here. He has both. He has all Castle Age up. He has armor and bodkin. So yeah, these skirms are going to do work.
Yeah, but really unfortunate. I mean, the momentum feels like it's starting to swing just a little bit more here, and oh no, look how many vills could die here in this wood line.
Yeah, real mistake. When he knew these were coming in, to not have moved those earlier.
Yeah, knights and skirms do arrive, but the pathing for those vills not helping out at all.
Yeah, I mean, still 15, 17 Ville lead. Andrew's okay after that, but that's not what you want to have happen. I think he needs to put a TC back on one of those woodlands back there just to secure it from this raiding.
Yeah, and this castle going up for Jabari here in the mid, gonna attack a TC here, gonna be killing some vills itself. Jabari has yet to respond. There he does. Needs to get a castle up on himself, and I mean this looks like it's probably going to
Okay,
go to Imp.
here comes the cat. Here comes the TC I wanted from Andrew earlier. That's on this gold to kind of protects that left side of his base. But if he had that earlier, this would have been a much different situation, I think.
Yeah,
Losing another Ville potentially on the TC. No, shouldn't. Garrison, please Garrison. Ville dies. Nope, not going to Garrison.
yeah. The
Not
one
going to
really
Garrison.
awkward part here,
Not
though,
going to Garrison.
that we haven't talked
Is
about
the awkward
is
part is he's not garrisoning and he's letting three mostly dead Megadai kill a whole 10 Vills.
that is a problem. But the really awkward thing that we're seeing on the map, though, there's only 4 tiles of gold under control for Jabari that aren't in his main base, and he only has 3 tiles back at home. So
Okay, but the big thing here is that Andrew just lost 10 villagers to three mostly dead Megadai because he won't garrison.
yes, that is a big deal.
He's about to lose the Vill lead, or pushing himself toward losing the Vill lead by just not paying attention.
Yeah, and no reason to lose those vills.
The Vill lead's down to only 5 because he's just allowed 15 to be slaughtered.
Well, it will be even more, and the vill lead will be equal here, actually.
Yeah. So Andrew just lost his Vill lead, and he's about to go give Jabari's Vill lead just by not paying attention.
There he garrisons.
That is disgusting.
Oh, is this castle getting denied up here? Do we have a castle, doubt castle, in the middle from Jabari?
Oh, 95%. He shouldn't let this go up, but if he gets to micro, he's going to let it go up. He's going to let it go up. He,
Nope. Not
oh,
yeah, but then there's a lot of vills coming, so still
yeah.
likely it will
Well,
go up.
yeah, this definitely will go up. But once again, that's a lot of fucking monks.
Yeah, a lot of monks on the field here. Feels very strange, but um, I don't know where we go from here. Imperial Age coming for Andrew, so he's got the military numbers 41 to 8 at the moment. Castle.
I mean, if he can get 2 Trebs up with these skirms,
Yeah, and actually
within, and
defend.
especially yeah, if those skirms give him the extra range, skirms with those upgrades and Trebs, yeah, I mean the Mangadai mass isn't nowhere where it needs to be to stop a Treb push, and Jabari is not where he needs to be for getting to Imperial himself.
Yep. Trebs will be coming out here, and there's a ton of monks. 11 monks and 15 skirms with some knights over here. So the castle should fall, just a matter of time, and if the
Yeah, but look,
Trebs are out of position.
I was gonna say Jabari's gonna be out of position again.
There's one knight in the eco as
Not
well.
Jabari, Andrew. What?
Yeah, but I mean, once these Trebs can push, Imp just now coming in, so it's gonna be a while. One thing about going Mangadai on this map is the gold is kind of limited if you're not controlling the mid. So he's got 3 tiles at home, and he's going through the tiles in the north as well. So long term, Mangadai probably not going to be the unit choice here. But here comes 3 Mangadais on the wood line, going to be able to snipe more vills here. So Jabari being the guy who raids him to death right now. Andrew's gonna have to get something over there, some skirmishers, something. He's getting a few more upgrades. Cavalier coming in, which will be very nice.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is Andrew should be rating himself. Like, this base is open for Jabari. This woodline's completely vulnerable. 3 knights could get 10 kills easily more.
Yeah.
Setting aside the gold, though, there's also just not much stone on this map.
Yep.
Like, looking at it now, there's 7 tiles of stone left across the map, but most of it is taken, and most of what's left actually is in Andrew's base. So when these castles go down, they may be irreplaceable for
Yeah.
the Mongol player.
One castle already down. Tower shields coming in as well, so the trash units will have more armor on them. Yeah, and Andrew's at max pop. Jabari's not even at 120 right now, and honestly, this TC will just melt here in a second if he so chooses, but he's going to try to take the castle out first.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's just the eco has not been there for Jabari. Even having got up to 103 vills now, he's nowhere near what he needs for him to get the mass he needs to counter this right now.
Yeah, and I mean, what's he
He
go?
doesn't have the
Heavy camel?
exactly,
That's
exactly. Like, do you want to? You don't want to invest into elite Mangadai right now, right? When you're losing your second castle out of
yeah.
3,
And he's about to lose a
and
TC here, no question.
and yeah, he's going to lose a TC. He's only got 100 zone left on his side of the map. So castles and that's see people complain about the Mongols, but I've always thought that I intentionally put very little stone on
Oh,
this
the
map.
monks! All the monks are gonna go down.
I hated the monks anyway. There was no reason to make that
Well,
many monks.
actually, he's gonna get quite a few conversions at least, so it's not a complete loss. But
Yeah, and they didn't all go down, but I just didn't see the need for all the monks. But people complain about Mongols, but on Battlegrounds, I intentionally put very little stone as a counter to some of that unique unit spam. And I think it shows. Like, if the Mongol player had a lot of more stone on this map, this would be a much different game right now. But what do you do in Jabari's position?
yeah, call GG because it's over.
I mean,
Like,
I think that's the only choice. It's 72 military to 11, but Jabari still feels my wood eco hasn't been touched, my food eco hasn't been touched. I have gold at home. I don't have to give it up yet.
no, I mean he
Um,
doesn't. It's just he's almost lost his TC in the north, which is a shame that Andrew never went and finished it. But TC is all going to be gone in the middle. There will be no control. There'll be no gold. So camel production won't last long. Light cav already being researched. I mean, soon there won't be an eco left to produce with as well. He's got 85 vills. First time he's been under 100 pop in a while.
yeah, and that's one of those things. Whenever you're at 51 minutes in the game and you drop under 100 pop, that's when you start to really think about the GG. So
Yeah, and Paladin was on its way as well. So a really, really great game here where Mongols get thrown off, and maybe some people rethinking their draft choices here on this map.
yeah, now, I mean, still Mongols can be good on so many maps. It's hard to complain against them, but or to argue against trying to take them if you can.
Yeah, but a very entertaining and competitive game one here. Moving into the next game, which will be a home map choice of Jabari, and his home maps are Arena Cove and Shallow Sandwich. Well, I know I've been talking about how excited I am for best of fives to start happening. How do you feel going into game two after watching game one already?
Well, I think it's a pretty competitive set so far. I mean, both players look like they came prepared for Battlegrounds. They had a plan. But what it's really going to come to in these best of fives now is what are your home maps? Why did you pick them? And are you able to execute on that plan? because you need to win. You need to anticipate. You have to be able to win your home maps,
Yep.
and you need to take either Battlegrounds or one of your enemies. So obviously, that goes without saying, advantage for Andrew right now. But by no means is Jabari going to be out from being one game behind, right?
Yeah. I'm loaded in and ready, guys. It will be Shallow Sandwich, and we have a Persians v Aztec battle. So I'm at 5 seconds when you're ready, Hitch.
So, are we going to see the thing, or
The
is this
douche?
a
I
fake
always
out?
expect the douche whenever I
I'm
see
ready.
Persians. Three, two, one, go. All right, Andrew with Aztecs. Very good choice in this map, in my opinion. But on the other side, Persians probably the number one pick on this map, due for just the potential of a douche. And you kind of touched it already. Do we actually see it? Is the question, or is it a fake out? But Aztecs, Eagle already moving forward here. We're looking to see a lame.
Yeah, I mean, and he should be able to get it here as long as he turns right, not left. There's all the geese for Jabari are on the right. Oh no, he's turning back. That could have been so good. He is taking one from the TC. Won't keep it, unfortunately. Um, uh, that's one of those things like at the end of the game, if Jabari loses, you wonder if he only turned right to take
Yeah,
those geese.
I mean, he can still harass over here. He can still take the other one. And actually, you know what? Jabari says, no, you're not taking this. He's sending a Vil there right now. The Eagle
Yeah, so
does walk towards the TC, loses a few HP, but nothing too bad.
and so you're seeing early people take the borders early. That's you're going to expect that on this map. Laming is definitely on the table here.
Yeah, and honestly, it's already kind of been effective. Because now we have food just rotting away on a boar. And it may not be much, but I clicked on it. It was at 271. We're already down to 262. So quickly that will decay. And at home for him, all of his resources have also been located. Now, it's going to be very important to see if we're going to see this douche here anytime. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. Now the big thing, yeah, I mean the douche could be so powerful here though. Like if that douche comes in on the right side, look at that the gold and stone, all a ton, most of it on the side there
yep,
for Andrew. So it could put him in a real bad position if you see TC between that stone and gold.
yeah. And Jabari has been looking over here just slightly, so he does see one gold, one stone. But so far, nothing else, and he's already on wood very heavy. This is definitely a douche, no question. He has 8 on wood right now. He's barely on food. This has to be. There's no other reason for it, right?
Yeah, I mean it does look that way. He's gonna want to get a mill up on the berries, right, and get his geese over there. But yeah, I mean, here it
Mm,
comes.
yeah, he's only sending 8 though.
Yeah, and one.
There's 9 and 10, so he will be coming forward. The eagle here for Andrew is patrolling, so he does have a chance to see this.
Yeah, but what do you do? I mean,
Oh, he sees it. That's the
yeah,
important
but
part. Like at least he did
right.
locate it. Avil's gonna go down here on the berries at the same time for Andrew, so that's always already rough.
Oh yeah, and look at this. Denies the gold, denies the stone, denies the current wood
Oof.
line. Um,
Yeah, and I mean it's not a
oh
good
man.
spot. Avil may go down here as well. And oh, he's sending the turkeys. He's just gonna try to take it down with Vils here. Apparently, this is not a good move. Andrew gonna be in a lot of trouble when this goes up.
Yeah,
A
I
lot of
mean,
trouble.
oh no,
Oh, this is a lot of damage gonna be done here. One
two
Vil,
vills.
two. Yep. Well, I mean, this is the point where we haven't seen the douche very much, and the last time we saw it on any map, it was a complete failure. But with shallow sandwich, all this food out here, do you think we should just see a dock?
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing I think we haven't seen successfully done with these douches. Well, we haven't seen very many good douches. It's just a case of the people doing these douches aren't very experienced in douching. But I'd love to see if Jabari could get the wood. He does have the wood. Build a dock back at home now. You've got the wood for it. Get
Well,
a couple fishing ships out.
he's
It
not
would
going
be
to
so
have the wood
much
for it now because he is repairing this TC, and he's actually not going to have any wood
for
income.
Jabari. Pay attention.
Sorry. Yeah, a dock back at home for Jabari would be great. But this
Yeah,
is
because he
over.
has no food eco. It is, but you don't want to give up like this. What are the Vills doing for Andrew? Why are
I
they
think he's trying to
wandering
find a wood
around?
line.
Oh, is he scouted that poorly? No,
There's no
he
wood line there.
no he sees the other woodline on the left.
Yeah, but I think he's sensing that way, trying to get it up there. He's actually chopping straggler trees right now.
There's a woodline on the left, Jabari. Oh no. Oh goodness.
He doesn't have it for a lumber camp now, so this will be a GG, a quick GG, and Jabari will win with a douche.
Now the map picks come in before
The
the
draft.
civ draft.
Yes.
I think if you see your opponent pick shallow sandwich and you don't snipe Persians, that feels like a major miss, like bad judgment, right? Like
I can see the reasoning behind that thought. However, I don't think because I think you can counter the douche if you
did it
prepare.
look? Did it look like Andrew was prepared for
No,
douche?
no,
And
definitely
the,
not.
Andrew sniped Aztecs.
No, it's actually Berbers. That was
Um,
misplay.
okay.
Yep, no wood.
Andrew sniped
GG.
Berbers.
So Berbers are sniped, and Aztecs were not. So Jabari takes game number one, or gets win number one for himself. Takes game number two on his home map. So again, like you talked about, though, we just need them to be prepared for their home maps, right? And winning Battlegrounds, Andrew still has a really solid shot here. Shame to see that game go so quickly, though.
I don't know. I think if your opponent picks cello sandwiches and then takes Persians, that's your snipe. I just you nobody or you're banned, right? Because you know before the whole thing.
Yeah,
But I think letting your the snipe makes more sense because maybe he doesn't pick Persians, right? And you don't want to ban Persians necessarily if he's not going to pick it. But I
yeah,
don't know.
it's very rough.
I think better to let Berbers in because he already had Mongols. He wasn't going to use Berbers against you on Battlegrounds probably.
Well,
I don't know.
Berbers, Andrew has Berbers, so he lost out on Berbers. So Jabari
Uh,
sniped Berbers from him. But yeah, it's a bit confusing
okay,
with
well,
this draft.
because I think you could say then did they do a separate draft from the one they linked or because
No,
I
they
was
just
reading off of
messed
that.
up, and he let a random man go by, and they talked about it and agreed to do it that way. Like so, it is what
Oh,
it
okay, I
is.
see. So Andrew sniped Japanese is what happened. Okay.
Yep. But I am already in game three
Uh,
because I am excited. It's Bog Delta, and it will be Vietnamese versus Mayans. So an archer war incoming on Bog Delta.
yeah, I mean, not too surprising. Archers are real powerful on these kind of constrained maps, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm at 5 seconds whenever you're ready.
Do, do. I am ready.
Three, two, one, go. All right. So Mayans versus Vietnamese here. The archer versus the anti-archer civ. Still, though, Eagle's going to be very good here if we see those into the late game, but early Archer v Archer should be very entertaining. Andrew again going forward here, and depending on where he goes through, could find a boar.
Yeah, I mean, you have that line of sight. You know, mesosieves are known for those. It's
Oh,
known for laming. So
Jabari goes for that boar immediately.
yeah, a great awareness from him. But the other board is also forward. So
Yeah, and yeah, maybe he was just trying to find the water buffalo out here as well, but Andrew actually missed his water buffalo on the front. But if you guys haven't seen this map yet, we haven't seen much on water yet, Hitch. Do you think that we ever will?
I think if we should in these final couple rounds of this bracket, it's too much of an advantage to pass up all that food out there. The fish are king for a reason. But if for some reason we don't, I'm sure we'll see them in the next bracket. It's too much of a lead.
Yeah, it seems a shame to just pass it up altogether. But we'll see what happens here. I mean, I feel like Vietnamese have a bit of an edge here early because of their archers having more HP, and I guess Mayans eco with eagles might be better late, but early I just feel like I don't know. Maybe it's a really close matchup, really.
I mean, I think it
Mayans
depends on how long it goes, right?
Yeah. Interesting build here for Andrew as he has yet to go out for the boar. Sending one forward now. Alright. Gonna be a player. Finally, Jabari. Looks like he is going north. So we will see a dock. Unless he's just walling up. But a dock would be quite nice here.
I mean, I it's such a tie. I think with these civs, I'm trying to think about it in the early mid game here. Like Mayans cheaper archers, right? That's the big thing right off the bat,
Hmm.
allowing them to get those numbers out. But on the side of the Vietnamese, though, no no wood cost for your upgrades, for your economic upgrades, helps you build more archers and more HP on those archers. Kind of makes it a wash.
Yeah. Um,
Definitely makes it easier to get the dock and fishing ships up when you're going to be in feudal age if you're trying to go on water at all and you don't have to pay wood for those upgrades.
yeah, and we do see that dock up already. Fishing ship's going to be coming out here, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that one works out, especially since I don't think we're going to see Andrew go there, and he's actually, Jabari done a really good job of scouting the shoreline up here. Has yet to see a dock, so he will know that he's got free reign over there. And the big thing to watch out here is you're about to see the population jump into Jabari's favor here very soon.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, he did not wall to the dock, so he would still be open
Um,
around that
uh, uh,
side.
undertaking 10 gold here.
We already have the barracks down as well. Oh, Sneakville. Jabari's got Sneakville. It's going to the bottom corner over here.
Jabbar. Oh, yeah, look at that going to the left corner.
So he
Um,
will likely try to keep this thing alive back here to build archery ranges and just wall up at home.
yeah, I mean, and the thing is, this map, pretty wallable for everyone usually, and definitely wallable in Jabari's case. Now, the disadvantage for him is one of his goals will be outside of these walls versus Andrew, whose his resources are all pretty back and pretty safe.
Yeah, Yep, absolutely. But the investment, if it does come into walls for Andrew, it won't be as effective with the Sneak Vil if it lives. So
Exactly.
Vil is getting attacked by the Eagle here. Was there loom on these Vils? Yeah, so Eagle will have to run, but just buying time for the Drush here, really.
Yeah, I mean, and the Dredger's here. This is going to be a. He runs in time. I was going to say that Vil will go down, but he had the sense to get out of there.
Yeah, nice little
And
walls
now,
coming up here on the wood line. Lots of exposed Vils in the south, though, but you gotta look at the population. Jabari at 26 right now. Not a huge
yeah.
advantage,
Oh,
but it's
right.
not all Vils for Andrew as he loses his Eagle. Unfortunate for Jabari right
Oh, and
here.
they're in.
Oh, yep. We'll
This will be a.
lose a Vil so far. Possibly two here, but that other one might survive actually because of the repositioning. Barracks does come up here, so Jabari likely gonna try to get these walls up as quickly as he can.
I mean, and here's the power of the. Oh, actually, the fishing ships are idle. Unfortunately, no scouting. The fishing ships are idle. I was gonna say the power of the fishing ships is you lost that villager, but you're still tied for eco. But if they're not working, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You
225 food all he's brought in with those thus far.
gentlemen, you need an idle. You need an idle eco button. This is this is your advantage right here, and you're throwing it away.
Yeah, Sneakville over here. Let's see how long it is before we see this at range. Wood is in now. It will be a archery range at home, so this Ville's still idle over here, not doing anything, but would expect to see it build something here before too long.
And anyone who's wondering, we're up to 20 minutes of idle eco time for Jabari compared to 2 minutes for Andrew.
Yeah, with Drush coming in and this one Ville over here, who wait, did he just now notice this Ville? It's moving.
And maybe it was an accident. Maybe um he thought better of that plan. Who knows? And Jabari housed.
Yeah, I mean he does get some fish working again at least, so that's good for himself.
And it's just a
Um,
shame that he could be clicking up to castle a lot sooner if he had those working that whole time.
yeah, and really just awkward all the way around. I think maybe he was trying to do too much of the sneak Vil. Uh, and yeah, Vil will come home, so very awkward indeed. Wait, okay, maybe
Oh
not.
my goodness. He's
But
just fucking.
he's just checking to see if it's walled, maybe. I don't know. It feels really weird here. What?
He
Oh,
has his scout still alive. He could have used that if he wanted to do that.
archery range is gonna be placed in the back now. Very, very strange position.
I think Jabari's just put himself so far behind where he should have been. He should have had a much bigger eco lead, but it's actually a Vil lead for Andrew, even considering the fishing ships.
Yeah, and the idle time has been a big concern. Fishing
But
ships
yeah,
are
they
idle for a while. This one Vil idle for a long time. I mean, not a great position really.
yeah. I think it feels like you're really seeing players do what they need to do on their home map here. I mean, Battlegrounds is competitive, but Shallow Sandwich, Jabari took very convincingly, and it's really looking like things are going to start snowballing for Andrew. If it doesn't get cleaner from Jabari soon, it's going to be very hard for him to win this.
Yeah, no up or no upgrades for either military right now. So it will
Yeah,
be just
and
sheer
6
numbers.
archers should take this fight against unupgraded skirms. Though you
Yeah,
should have fletch. He does have fletching. Andrew should take
upgrade
this
units come
fight.
in then.
Right,
He's
right,
gonna
six
make an
against two.
eagle and get an eagle out instead. So
Yeah, I mean that works.
yeah, I mean awkward position for Jabari here, as we both thought he would be ahead. He's now scouting with the fishing ships, so he will have fish working more frequently at the moment. It will be really interesting to see if we ever have him transport out there, because we haven't seen that yet either. But this this may not happen this time because he's going to build a range and a stable actually. So maybe he's not wanting to get upgrades to get stable units out.
You know, having a sneak can always be rough. It can always put you real behind. But what do you do in Andrew's position if, you know, 5 minutes from now, you just see five elephants show up at your TC? Like,
GG.
yeah.
Like
But look at this wall from Andrew. That does he know about the sneak? Did he scout that?
I don't know what Andrew's trying to do here. He should know that that's the edge of the map.
Yeah, he hasn't seen the sneak as far as I can tell. So
Yeah,
why is he walling this?
feels very weird. Um,
I mean, hey, maybe he walls out the sneak on accident.
but certainly buying some time. Oh, I love this play. Look at this, Jabari. You gonna put up a galley here to send into the mid and harass with. It's a beautiful play. Not gonna be able to
Yeah,
do a ton, but still,
yeah.
I like.
I don't love it, but because it's going to die to an eagle.
Oh, I
But
would have rather seen it be a demo for sure, but it will not die to this eagle actually.
no,
Galley
I mean,
will kill it for now.
and the big issue here is you're giving away that you're on water, and if you've already
Oh,
scouted,
the Vil might have just walked into the path over here, and might have been spotted.
well, but the Ville's not a building, so unless Andrew is paying a lot of attention as he's trying to run away with his eagle and manage this military, he's all right.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, seeing how this galley is taking this archer fire, I take it back. The galley's not that bad. I
yeah. I mean, it took
don't
out
see
a
galley v archer that often.
an archer and an eagle, and not terrible. Makes it annoying,
And
but the crossbows are coming.
four crossbow coming in,
I think he should have waited
and
longer.
and, and a knight. I mean, knight's coming too. It's going to be tough to respond to.
Yeah,
Um, Andrew's up now though. He's going to have his own crossbow with Bodkin in. Jabari won't have Bodkin. Ultimately, the stack is not going to have staying power, but he's getting Vil kills now, which he desperately needs because he's been so far behind.
yeah. Archers are coming back. Another galley over here in the mid, taking on an eagle. Crossbow will be here. Defensive siege workshop. So Andrew, I'm having a bit of trouble here, but should be able to clean it up. And now he's gonna have to take a position forward here, or this won't last too long here with the reaction. Although the knight is still down here killing.
And this is just one of those things where if Jabari had been able to keep his TC idle time down, he'd have a significant lead right now. But with 3 minutes to 1 minute of idle time, he's still only keeping things even on the eco, and that's including the fishing ships. It's just that the inefficient eco has made all of this sneaking and raiding. It's made it kind of worthless. Like it kind of does the wash, right?
Yeah, and he's gonna go looking back here to see what's back here now. Wow, what's up, DVA? Welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, this is game number 3 in the quarterfinals of our tournament here, custom Battlegrounds Custom. Um, lots of good games today. Hope you guys are enjoying. Villager's still alive over here, but I think he's just gonna try to sit here and maybe he's gonna wall this in. I think he should just build a ram and send it there, honestly. Interesting, we have a demo coming out. So
Build an elephant. How many elephants do you need? Two?
I don't
Two to
know,
kill
but there
this?
is a transport ship coming from Jabari as well. So maybe he's thinking about putting up a TC out here to get control
I,
on the
I
islands.
mean, it's not bad for control. I don't like going this early. Like,
Yeah, but
you
if you
don't
get a
need.
TC up with one Vil,
Yeah, I guess if you only commit one build to it, it's not so bad. It's just you don't need that res yet. You're home. You're safe at home still. You have all that res at home. It's just a lot of wood and a lot of to put into this for nothing yet. But like you said, he's only taking one Vil, so it's not so bad, and that's not going to be that much idle time, and we all know at this point that Jabari is completely fine with lots of idle time.
Well, and the nice thing though is he will also have the potential to redock and keep his
Th-
fishing ships
Yeah,
working.
yeah, that is true. Tell me though, isn't this hideous from Andrew though? Why are you sitting back with 14 archers killing buildings when you could be pushing forward and raiding with these?
I agree. I would have loved to have just seen one ram and
Yeah,
a
he's got
handful
a
of archers
mangonel out.
left, but
Don't worry about these buildings right now. Get something else later. Get this mangonel forward, get these archers forward, and do some damage.
yeah,
Because
Mangonel is coming over there finally. We will see a
yeah,
second TC now for Andrew, so I mean he is working towards that. And you know what? We actually just have the redock with this one Vil.
yeah.
So
I mean, and that, the same thing though. Like with only 4 fishing ships, is it worth redocking? Or like I think you need to put a couple more out there if you're gonna do it.
yeah, I think he's gonna drop a mining camp even. Nope, it is a town center for Jabari.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I don't love that town center, but
yeah, I mean
whatever.
it
Put it
is.
between both of the golds. Could
Well,
have done very efficient.
it's not pretty, but I mean honestly, if he controls this and this goes into late game, obviously he'll have more gold controls. So and I really love what he's doing. He's just defending with galleys right now, and he has a demo in this one dock. More galleys coming, so he's just try to cramp his component in here, and just sit back and relax, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely a strategy that could work. I don't know how many galleys you need to counter 14 crossbow.
It's a good question.
But look, Eagle Warrior coming in for Andrew though, so maybe anticipating the need for a switch.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a decent number of crossbows right now, so I don't mind him adding eagles at this point. I do like that Jabari's going to send some of these galleys towards the north as well and scout to see if he's under any threat there. Maybe he will add more fishing ships.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, patrolling a galley on that northern shoreline is probably prudent. If that's your bet, if your bet is on that long-term gold control and the fish eco, not that he, like I said, not that he's been investing in more fishing ships, but if that's your play, yeah, put a galley up there to patrol for Vils. Just
Yeah,
keep an eye on it.
and the war galley
But
upgrade even coming in here. So
yeah, well, and unfortunately, all these war galleys going to be out of position with a Mangonel and archers coming forward now. There's no other military, or there's not a significant amount of other military on the field for
uh-huh.
Jabari, so he needs these war galleys to come back.
Uh-huh. And it's only one demo, so the demo, if it
This
does get a hit, could be
this
devastating.
is 36 military to 10, and the demo is way too late. The demo should have been staged up in the bog earlier.
Yeah, the demo
So
gets micro, so he could get a huge kill.
yeah, but the military lead here for Andrew is insurmountable. I don't see how Jabari survives this. If he had a counter workshop up to drive the crossbow back into the demo, that'd be one thing.
Yep.
Oh, here. Oh, yeah, but it blows up.
It only
3
takes out a
mangonels.
crossbow or two, so
What do you do as Jabari in this position? This feels impossible.
I don't know, but we have the
Yeah,
one
actually, wait,
Vil.
Jabari has the stone for a castle, so I don't like that castle position at all. I would like it
Yeah,
on that little hill, and then put your second castle up there between that other wood line.
absolutely. And the galley's just gonna deal with what they can here. I love that Jabari is transferring this villa over, and he's building a university on that island. He's trying to get vision of everything. It looks like. But honestly, they are going to get through. The castle will be a bit. Well, it will be done. I thought it was going to be a bit late, but he's committed a ton of ills to it. So
Yeah, it's just I think bigger commitment and getting on that hill earlier could have been better because now his whole base is open. If that castle was where his crossbow are now, he'd be okay. But
yeah, this
this
town
is
center will
ugly.
go down though.
Yeah, with the hill, you needed to secure that hill.
Yep,
Like, am I crazy? Like that
not at
that was
all.
a misplay.
Absolutely, it should have been on this hill, and there would be no damage done now. And this idle time has to be insane for Jabari. That
And we're
one
we're
Vill's been
looking at
standing like the whole game.
yeah we're looking at 36 minutes for Andrew and an hour and 40 minutes for Jabari.
Yeah, and we are going to see a TC go down for Jabari. He's on his way to Imperial Age, but with only galleys? I mean, I don't like it at all.
I I think this could have worked if he put the castle on the hill. Then the crossbow would have had to loop back around through the bog to try to attack again, and they would have had to fight the work galleys, and it wouldn't have been good for them. But now these mangonels can pressure the second TC, and there's no military. There's no military.
Yeah, there are 46 vills. Just what I grabbed here by these
We've got.
TCs. Like,
It looks like we got 4 skirmishers and 2 rattans. Like that's not going to cut it here.
not at
And look,
all.
this is open on the backside of this wood line. These crossbowmen can just run around if they want.
Yeah, but he's just gonna take him out. He'll be moving in through, and it's a very bad position to be in
Yeah.
for Jabari here.
Meanwhile, Andrew fully getting up to 4 barracks here. He's going to go full eagle into this at some point. That's it.
Yeah, and he's gonna be able to click imp anytime. He just needs to even buy a market, get a market up. Diving with the crossbows could be a huge reward here, though. Look at all these vills that have to run. Tons of villagers die here. It's going to be a 20 vill plus advantage right now, and more vills in danger here. I mean, obviously he's going to lose the crossbows, but Androoo does not care about that at all. He's doing the switch into everything else. Eagles. Can't think right now. Too much is happening. Mangonel's going to get destroyed here by villagers, unfortunately, but
And hard to come back from this position.
yeah, very hard. It was, it's a 40 vill lead now. Imped into what? We have a lot of eagles about to be produced here. Imperial Age is also on its way, and yeah, what do we have here? Rattans and Elite Skirmisher and some more galleys. Like, I don't think that's gonna bode too well for Jabari. His galley is doing great work on these villas on stone over here for him, at least. But, man. And I think if we see El Dorado Eagle come in, it will be even more devastating. Oh, the sneak Vil has finally been spotted, and the Eagle will go take care of that. A lot of Vils out on the island here now for Jabari, so he's definitely taking advantage of that for himself right now. The gold at home for Androoo still plenty. Eagles are released. We'll take out these skirmishers, and what military will be left after this for Jabari? Not much. And, you know, raiding with eagles can devastate an eco, but the eco's kind of already devastated, so Jabari, he's pretty much at max res right now. He can't really do anything else but try to produce everything he can at the moment. Eagles still in production. Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade coming in. We're going to have plate barding or plate mail armor coming in shortly. Oh, we do have Rattans that somehow got over here onto the wood line, so that's a nice bonus for Jabari. But all in all, Eagle's going to destroy here as soon as their upgrade comes in.
Yeah, I mean that's the issue. Is you don't have a great counter. That's the Vietnamese, right? For the Eagles.
Yeah, and I mean the Eagles will have a fine time here. He just needs to get them in. Oh, but yeah, I don't see how this is sustainable for Jabari here. These Eagle
Well,
Warriors, are going to take out everything that's here. The production's going to be there constantly for Androoo as compared to Jabari, who
I mean,
can't really
I
produce
guess
anything after this.
I guess right now it's for Jabari. It has to be about starving Androoo, but Androoo has the eco lead, and you're not killing these with your eagles. It's not the way you need to be. You're not killing these ships. The ships aren't killing the eagles.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Well, and the galleon, I mean, lots of upgrades into the Vietnamese position here. Castle going to be very forward on the bog terrain, so needs to leave some eagles here to protect, but it will go up. There's no demos in sight. It's only 2 galleon. Eagles running in the eco here. Crossbow's actually going to try to take this out.
Yeah, I mean, and this castle coming up just completely nullifies this water play
Yep.
in the middle.
Eagles will dive. These eagles will be on the eco shortly, and I don't think this one's going to last too much longer.
And the thing is, I don't hate Jabari's strategy here. I just think the execution wasn't great. If he didn't have double the amount of idle time as Androoo, and if he boomed onto water more. If you're going to do it right, if he'd played his strategy better, I think he could win this. Because the situation in Andrew's base now, there's not a lot of gold left.
That's
Not a
true.
lot of gold left, and and that's the strategy I think Jabari is kind of going on. How it played out at least is, I take control of the water. I have res long term, but you have to be able to hold.
Yep. And the earlier raids not doing anything. Honestly, these eagles are just going to destroy. I mean, there's longswords coming out, but elite eagle warriors will trade pretty decently against longswords.
See, part of me imagines, what if Jabari had gone bigger on fishing ships, especially considering he has the wood for it now.
Yeah.
Like it, and was able to do elephants here. How did elephants fare against the eagles? I don't know, but they'd
Very
be
well.
better than archers.
Very well. They fare very well here.
And like I think they counter. Maybe they don't counter, but the elephants help against the archers. They help against the eagles. But he doesn't have the food eco for it. He never boomed onto the water.
Yeah, and I mean, no treb yet here from Andrew, so this castle is getting trebbed, but I mean, ultimately, he will run out of gold. He's floating a lot of wood. Does have a good bit of stone, so maybe he's going to try to get a castle, another
Yeah,
castle up at some
but
point. But
right, but this is enough two-handed swords to at least make these eagles hesitate or slow them down. So Jabari's not out of this. He's down 40 vils, 50 vils roughly. But if he takes out this castle, he holds his control of the water, he can still starve Andrew out. It's going to be brutal. But look, Andrew has the docks up. He's getting galleon. Um, he recognizes that he needs to win the res here.
yeah, and he's finally repairing this at home as well, so he's going to be taking and actually defending this shortly, it looks like. But like you said, the villager lead is a ton right now, and I mean, if he's not able to deal with this, it could be problematic here.
Jabari's finally added 2 more fishing ships, so he's up to 6. Has had control of the water for an hour almost. He's up
Yeah.
to 6 fishing ships.
Yeah, and there are galleons on the field here for our Mayan player, so I mean, this castle is going to go down, it looks like. Oh no, the treb goes down, so each volley not going to do it.
Yeah, and still tons of stone in the bank for Andrew. So if it's going to go down, it'll take a while longer. It might take another treb. Um,
Yeah, I would like to see rams added here for
Actually, two
Andrew.
more trebs in the castle for Jabari. So this castle will go down. And a cannon galleon coming from Jabari. So he does. I don't love playing it over here. I think you could harass other eco maybe a little bit more. You already have the trebs to take care of this castle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very awkward position in this bog, but honestly, I like that he's trying to shift onto water. I think that's an important move. His opponent's been on there for a while. He needs to go see why his opponent's still in
Yeah.
this game. Um,
Well, this is where it's going to become very awkward for Jabari for not defending this enough. If he had gotten some towers up, or at least towers up on some of these islands, he'd be much more secure. But
yeah, the gold is running out at home here for Andrew as well, so this is going to be a very important time for him to try to get out and get some gold, or he really needs to get to killing his opponent, as the castle will go down here, and I think you just send
yeah,
the eagles in to raid now with the trebs.
yeah, only 2 tiles remaining, barely any gold left in them here for Andrew. But he's got a decent bit of a bank the last time a minute here. But whew, I mean, how excited are you to finally see
A post-int
this map
game
play
on
out?
this map. Very excited.
But look at this, the transport's coming around for Andrew. He's going to pick up these previous gold miners and take them out to that island. Now Jabari could stop this, but he needs to drop a tower of these villas on this island now,
Yeah,
or a
but
TC, anything. He's stretched too thin. I think he can't pay attention to the places he needs to.
yeah, he's trying to produce a ton of
Yeah,
things right now, and
because
he
well,
can't do
cause
it.
his castle's been trebbed down at home. Eagles are in his eco. The military numbers just massively in favor, even on water. I think it's 13 galleys to 9. So I just think Jabari doesn't have. He's out of this.
Yeah.
I like the strategy. I think the basic how it worked out with trying to starve him out is solid. You just needed to play a little better in the early game, and this could have worked.
Yeah, and I mean, the Trebs are going to be finally coming forward here, uh, but there's not much. You said
Not much for them
build,
to treb
so
down here.
I think even with the gold control, there's not really much that can be done because you can only survive out there for so long.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's no wood out there. If he had built up a massive, like 10, 15 fishing ships, he'd have some food eco. But there's no wood to sustain ships.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and now the Vil's down here going over. This is Jabari. I'm sure recognizing this is over at this point. Um, maybe you don't want to quit a second too early in a tournament game, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like you said, it's a new strategy we haven't seen yet. It's something interesting. Uh, I think, like you said, it might have worked better. Like, should he have been able to do a little bit more, or not let that raid come in? If that castle, if it comes back to that castle, if it was on that hill, his eco numbers would have been far superior to what they were going into Imp. He was at 48 vills when he hit Imp at that point.
I mean, you're down just to about 100 pop as Jabari housed by 35, 37. He's 37 houses below. He's about to not be able to produce or just not have any population. He's going to lose all these houses at home. His eagles are just killing villas and houses.
Yeah, gonna try to get one more desperation castle up here, but
Thought
even if it goes up,
better
it
of
won't
it.
last long. And we got Andrew going out here with Vils, getting a town center up, protecting it. So he's gonna try to make sure to
Oh,
secure himself that
and that
win.
yeah, that TC's over. I mean, once he has that TC, he has gold. He also could have taken Jabari's secondary gold there. That's forward and untouched.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is over.
yeah, he's
So
just
I
gonna say
mean,
GG.
okay, GG. I mean, I liked how he played it. I liked the strategy. It just the execution just needed to be a little better in feudal and early castle, and you can easily see Jabari winning this one.
Yeah,
He wasn't
very,
he wasn't far off.
very entertaining. New strategies, nice to see. It just comes back to that castle placement. If he would have been able to keep that military out, all those crossbows, he would have been in such a better position. Or, like you said, maybe elephants in the back. Maybe keeping that secret for a lot longer. Um, Either way, a very entertaining game number 3. So, statistics, not really a whole lot to see there, guys. Gold income was actually way better for Andrew than it was for Jabari. But
Yeah, because he mined it.
yeah,
40
GG's.
vil lead, 50 vil lead will do that.
Yeah. So we are going to load into game number 4.
Are we?
We are. Which will be on Jabari's last home map, which is going to be Arena Cove.
You must be so excited.
I am always excited.
Seeing so many of your favorite maps tonight.
Well, that's the best part of going from best of threes to best of fives. Get to see more maps, more strategies. Draft makes a lot more of an important situation here. And I'm loaded in and ready when you are.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go. All right, Byzantines versus Italians here. Going to be a very interesting situation.
Yeah, we've almost certainly seen this matchup before. On this map, it's been a popular kind of two popular civs on this map for lots of good reasons. Um, I don't know. I think it's a case where I favor Italians earlier, and the later and later and later it goes, I think the Byzantines' advantages start to pick up. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, on water, I favor Byzantines earlier with the faster firing fire ships,
Hmm.
but that's the only thing that I favor for them on water. As far as land goes, though, like you said, Byzantines have the far superior advantages late game because there's not a ton of gold on this map, and if it goes late, it will most certainly turn into a trash war.
I mean, one map, the thing this map does not lack, if anything, is wood. So definitely the potential for a long, drawn out trash battle.
Yeah, and we have obviously the cove here in the middle. Water so important. Losing water, being knocked off water completely can be a huge loss, and obviously it can be you can be landed quite significantly early. Um, Lots of things to take into account when trying to play this map. It's going to be very interesting to see how these players get this all situated here.
Yeah, and we've seen everything work here. We've seen all in castle pushes with 10 pop, eco pop. We've seen complete land builds. We've seen, siege monk pushes. We've seen water. We've seen landings. So if there's any single map that we have that literally anything can happen on, it's this one. I wouldn't even be surprised to see a douche here someday. Someone's got the balls, right?
I mean, we have witnessed like a 3 hour plus game on this map. We have seen, was it Khmer all in siege monk push
I
with
think so.
10 pop eco? Like, it can be a really messy situation, and that's like the brilliance I think of this map is this is like very much like our iteration of arena, but it makes it so much more. Obviously, you can sit behind your walls and whatnot, but for how long until you're either landed or your opponent gets you? And Jabari loses a Vil on the elephant lore there. Not ideal. It's going to have barracks coming up for both players. Pretty close timing.
Yeah, so barracks, what does that tell you? That's not an FC. That's not a strictly water play when you're both thinking barracks, right?
Um, I'm sorry. Are you like a minute ahead of me? I don't see any
No,
barracks.
okay, you said barracks, man.
Oh, my bad.
I was away from the
Docks.
computer. You said barracks coming up for both. I was real surprised.
Docks for both. My apologies. I was like looking around like, wait, what? Where are the barracks?
I was grabbing a drink and you said barracks. I'm like, whoa, that's not what I expected.
Nope, it's fishing ships for both right now. Quicker to working them is Jabari, luckily enough for him. He's got a little bit closer fish, and unfortunately Andrew hasn't fixed his idle one just yet, so needs to get that
And
taken care of.
Loom coming in a little early for Andrew.
He's
Yes,
housed.
he's housed. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I love that Andrew actually going out with additional vills onto these shorefish. It's something that we haven't really seen a lot of. We've seen like the initial villager, but he's
Mm.
had extras there to get that food in even faster. And with Italians being cheaper to click up, I really like this idea from him. I mean, both players still a decent ways from that, but population a little bit more deceptive right now because you're looking at fish and chips. So it will take a little bit longer for players to get up than you think with the populations.
Yeah.
But it is going to be 3 fish and chips for both, and we have a 4th now for both. So it will be 4 fish and chips for both at least. But I think with this fish coming in here with the vills, the shorefish are going to be what really separates the time here, as it's only about 10-15 seconds probably difference.
Yeah, but it's more than just the difference there. It's the amount of resources that each has going forward for whatever their plays are in feudal. And look at the amount on wood here for Andrew. Andrew needing to get on gold, I think, but he's going to have the wood to do a lot here.
Yeah, it's going to be 14 on wood for one, but Jabari's going to have 18 on wood. Only 2 on gold right now. But yes, he will definitely need to make that switch, and he is going to send the shore villagers there. So, need to see a dock come up. Second dock coming up for Jabari. Do not see one here for Andrew just yet. This will really affect his production here, as he's gone into 6 fishing ships compared to just the 4 on the other side. So those fishing ship numbers, he's hoping will bring them in more, but a little bit too late to the dock, I think, here. He will most certainly be behind in the production. And he is housed yet again, dropping one right under his town center. Rough transition here. But with Italian docks versus Byzantine docks, it's going to be very interesting. The third dock for Jabari coming up, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, the scout was let in by Andrew, and it actually dies for Jabari on the town center.
No big loss.
Fire ships engaging here in the middle, but it will be a clear win here for Jabari. And this is kind of the point where I think that you can't really afford to lose water as Italians here, can you? Like, 6 fishing ships gonna die. It's only 2 dock
Absolutely not.
production.
He needs the third dock up. He needs more on gold. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, he's bringing it back to repair, which is nice, but not gonna be enough, as the production will be much, much better for Jabari.
Yeah. This is quickly spiraling out of Jabari's control, and it's extra. Oh, sorry, out of Andrew's control, and it's extra considering there for him because look at that gold. The gold's really convenient for right now because he has vills to build docks, he has vills to repair, but that gold's going to be ranged. Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, fishing ship's buying some time here. He will get the third dock up, but I don't know if he'll be able to produce enough to. He won't. I mean, there's constant production here from Jabari, so this is definitely a build that you have to practice to be able to just shift everything over and produce out of 3 docks. I mean, we're talking about 17 on wood, 7 on food, and 10 on gold. I mean, these docks are going to go down a lot faster than you think. Demo's going to be big here, though. We
What?
have,
There's demos coming. Okay.
yeah. But honestly, demos will only do you so much, and Jabari spreading out the fire ships. So Andrew's going to have to shift, and he's going to have to start focusing on getting up.
So Looking the closest, what do you think Jabari needs to do? Do you get a few more fishing chips out to get an eco lead, try to get up? Do you try the land? Do you try to add a land push to this? What do you think?
I think if you're in Jabari's position, you stop producing military on water, and you add
Ooh, 6 more
three
queued up
three
currently.
to six fishing ships, and then you start to focus your eco at home and try to get up quickly, because that's really the only option that Andrew has now, and it's clear the investment is a lot right now from Jabari on water. So Andrew probably needs to try to get to Castle Age as quickly as he can, get a castle of his own on the shoreline, and then attempt to redock if he wants to get on water, or he needs to be very forward with a very heavy siege push with a castle forward.
And you're trying to come forward with a Vil.
Yeah, and luckily the fire ship able to help out there. Will be a forward stable, so maybe he's going to try to put on the pressure. It's really his best choice at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The wall up will happen here for Andrew, so he does want to make sure he's not landed unsuspectingly and has something there to defend. Uh, but luckily, a lot of the production for Jabari has stopped. He is still making a galley. He is up to 6 fishing ships now, so he did add in a few. But Jabari is about to click Castle Age, just needs the second building. Blacksmith is being rushed up. And then on the other side for Andrew, still quite a ways away, but with the faster or quicker uptime, or cheaper uptimes, should be in an okay position here. Andrew losing a lot of houses here, has to rebuild them up on the walls as well. And you know what? Andrew, I think, is going to try to like wall this off up here a bit, so his opponent can't come forward or pass this without having to kill buildings, which I don't mind that position either.
Yeah, not the worst thing.
It will be a transport here from Jabari as well.
And he's on stone. Do you want to land a castle? Do you want to drop a castle here? I kind of like that idea.
I don't know what else you do. I mean, if you're on stone, he's only on with a few vills though, so maybe he's just going to try to get some archers over. I mean, I still think you transport here because it's just palisades. Even getting a stable down, you'd break through. It will be vills,
Well,
so
if he got the galley to where it needs to be, he could stop these walls. Honestly, so.
yeah. And Jabari gonna be walking forward, gonna see the attempted wall off here.
Jabari was trying to wall up himself with a house.
Yeah, yeah, not a bad idea. But you know, going to lose a vill trying to wall up that way. It's a nice pick off here. But here comes the transport ship, and we have 1 archer, 3 vills. Going to be very interesting. We're going to have siege workshop.
Yeah, the siege workshop will do it. I honestly still think I would have preferred buying the stone you need for a castle.
I wouldn't be
Um,
surprised if we don't see one here shortly. War Galley coming in. I don't really think War Galley is necessary here. I think you have a clear advantage on water at the moment, and your opponent has yet to click up, so there's no way for him to really get back on water.
right, but as a preventive thing, it's not a terribly expensive tech. All your ships are upgraded, and that way you're not caught flat-footed if Andrew does redock.
True. Will
Yes, I don't
be
love it.
will be Archer Mangonel here. Alright, so Castle Age is on its way for Andrew here. What do you think we see? knights, I guess.
I think if you're Jabari and you have Magnell out here, you should be attacking this TC. He should be able to range it. If he started attacking it sooner, he could have denied. He should have seen, hey, guy's still not in castle. I should start attacking this TC as soon as possible, and he might have had a chance to deny
Yeah,
Castle Age, which would have been huge. But
for sure. He opted to take down a few vills here. He's trying to poke a hole in this to get archers through as well, I think. So,
yeah.
not prioritizing that. It will be double stable here. It will be scout production right now. Probably just going into light cav then, I guess.
I mean, no, I think he's gonna make knights, right? Like, yeah, you definitely make knights. You have the gold secured. He has a lot in the bank. I think what it is gonna be though is he's gonna be able to drop a castle. Might buy it,
That's true.
and this is why I would have liked to see a castle from Jabari as if not his opening, a lot sooner than this, because a castle could shut down this push.
Yep, scouts are coming forward. I bet the scouts are just to try to snipe the mangonel, honestly, but they're not going to take a good engagement there. It will be knights behind this, and he can run them right to the mango and just delete the palisade, so should be able to take that out. Villagers could go down here. Not the...
Villagers should go down here.
Yeah. Mangonel also
You know,
probably going down. He's going to try to jump in the
and that,
transport. Nope. Vills will.
yeah, and this has become very awkward. This is why I wanted the castle.
Yeah.
I mean, you've put yourself in a very unfortunate situation here.
Yeah, I
Like
mean...
you had such momentum that you're behind now.
Yeah.
As Andrew getting a TC up in the top of the map, trying to expand that eco out, knowing he's under pressure at home.
Yeah, I think the siege workshop here for Andrew should have been a castle himself. Not the best castle, obviously, but it would have at least
Yeah, but
stopped these military buildings.
yeah, well, he probably wants to get the castle closer to the shore. So he's betting on get a Maganel out, clear after that siege workshop or something, or not. He will secure his gold a little bit with this.
Yeah, it's just, it feels rough. I don't like it. I mean, he's gonna survive, but the thing for Jabari is he's on 2 TCs at home already, and he's moving out. So, would expect to see him do just fine there, and still has a lot of fishing eco here, as he has actually expanded. So,
Yeah, up to 9 fishing ships with another one on the way, and Jabari opting to put a castle on his side of the map on this hill, just to secure any potential counter that could be coming in from Andrew.
yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have liked that castle earlier at home, but I think at this point, just get up to Imp as Jabari, get your cannon galleons out, and wrap this game up because you have such a lead right now, and he's ready to click Imp here. He hits the cheaper imp, so you could click it now. Assuming he's probably waiting for this castle and then he'll click.
Yeah, it needs the building.
Come on, don't make me look dumb.
Nope, there it is. It's there.
All right, he just took it just took a moment.
Yeah, and like you said, Cannon Galleon, he'll have to research chemistry, right?
Yes,
And then he'll have access to Cannon Galleon immediately. I
right.
think even a couple stables would be fine to defend from the knights.
Yeah.
Get some
Is it
camels out.
isn't it a little awkward? I mean, obviously these knights are not going to be able to get in through stone walls and a castle, but isn't it a little awkward? You don't have any kind of response to knights from Jabari. Like he's gone heavy knights. You saw it in his base. So don't you get a barracks up or your own stables or something at this point?
Yeah, I mean, like you said though, he can't touch him. It's gonna take him forever to break through stone walls. He can just wall behind it. He is gonna get up a lot faster than if he would be investing into that. He is gonna add pikemen, so we will see pikemen addition. Um, but honestly, I think, like you said, if we see Cannon Galleon, that takes out a castle, a market, a siege workshop, a bunch of palisades, a bunch of houses. I mean, I just don't see a way back here for Andrew. He's gonna be catching up in Vills a little bit, it looks like, but It's simply because the production of villagers have stopped for Jabari because he's getting wheelbarrow and imp right now.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, for comebacks on this map, the way we see players win after they've lost water is by having big map control and big aggression.
Yep.
The map control isn't what Andrew needs to make this work, and he's not going to be imp anytime soon. Can't tread this castle down. He definitely can't afford to do 5 rams or anything crazy, so he still has to play defensive at this point. And if he's not attacking now, I mean, his best hope right now is long-term gold control, as he
Yeah.
does have he has at least walled in all three neutral gold piles. I don't know how much that buys you when you're this far behind, though.
Yep. Chemistry is the first thing researched. University came down right away, so will be
Oh, look
cannon
at this
galleons.
castle.
Oh.
That'll just get cannon galleon down. I mean, it's nice because it does block off that choke point, but Jabari's not worried about building a land military to come through for you there. He's going to be content, I think, with the cannon galleons to clear up what he can, and then he'll land again with archers.
I think he's
Or
actually just gonna
pikes,
do
or
pike treb with
oh,
cannon
wow, yeah,
galleon,
Treb.
maybe.
Hey,
So,
the Treb's not the worst. I don't like this Treb. Is he going to have enough pike to really defend it?
well, he's got a bunch of
And
ships if he keeps it within range as
yeah, but
well. So,
it's not that Trebs aren't bad. Obviously, it's just when you're already going cannon galleon at boom, he clicks it as soon as ballistic or as soon as chemistry comes in. He clicks one.
yeah.
Why bother with a Treb?
No,
Because
true.
I don't think you need it right now. And
Yep.
look, boom, gonna get sniped.
Yep. Treb's gonna go down here. No contest. Uh, but yeah, cannon galleon gonna be out. It will take out all the forward buildings here, minus the mill for Andrew in the north. And then we'll take out a lot at home, and he's still nowhere near Castle Age, right? Andrew's struggling to get up there. Going for
Yeah,
Botcanero himself since he sees the pikes, but
yeah. I mean, he's in a
Byzantine's
little
just
bit
full trash.
right. Yeah, and just he's getting better. He's rebalanced his economy, so he'll be able to go to Emp soon. He's buying food. But it's going to be too little, too late as the cannon galleons start their assault.
And they start the assault headed towards the starting base here, so he's going to try to put pressure on him, not let him know where he's going to try to attack from at this point. But 2 cannon galleons will do work here. Imperial Age is coming in now for Andrew, so that is going to happen. And here comes another Treb. Pikes, a few Pikes in better position this time.
Once again, I what does a treb get you that a cannon galleon wouldn't? A cannon galleon costs what, 25? A little bit more res, maybe. I don't know. I just,
Yeah, I don't know the distribution, but I mean, really, there's nothing. Like, there's enough Pikes here now that it's not going to matter. I think he's doing Trebs to force his opponent to have to answer him on land.
which is fine, I guess. But your opponent's not answering you on water, so it's not. I don't
Yeah.
know. You're not forcing him away from water, distracting him. I don't know. It's the point is Jabari is so far ahead at this point that he'd have to really mess up from this position.
Yeah, I mean, the villager count is equal now. Just no map control, and he's making Gioni's crossbow right now. Both castles will go down here shortly, as well as the cannon galleons. Gonna make quick work of the one, repairing for both too. Andrew running out of stone quickly, repairing 2 castles. Trebuchet will
Yeah.
be sniped here, though. In the south, it looks like.
Why why do you think that's south?
Good
You
question.
keep you keep saying the top left corner of the map is the south.
I don't know, because I can't think properly, I guess. But one other treb goes down. The cannon galleon's doing work on the starting TC for Andrew here, as there are now 3 cannon galleons there. Maybe we're gonna see that GG here before too long. Just really struggling to hold any sort of map control. And
I just, how many tribes are you going to lose when one cannon galleon could have taken this castle out?
Yep. Well, I think we just see, if we just see like light cav even, it would be very, very difficult. Like just land and put a stable down and send light cav
Yeah,
in. Like,
it's all Jabari has to do now is decide how he wants to end the game.
yep.
And it appears he wants to end the game by sending Trebs out one at a time to fight his opponent alone.
Yep. I mean, he lost like 3 traps and took down a castle at least, so it wasn't the end of the world. But no, it's definitely not pretty. And then, oh no, Andrew's gonna try to put palisade walls up here at home to buy him some more time. Definitely not what you want to
I,
do at this point.
I mean, the thing is, you're not the Byzantine player, right? Like, if you were the Byzantine player, maybe if you stall long enough, you can help skirm it or the other guy to death.
Yep.
But even if it gets to that point, it's going to still be advantage Jabari.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a situation right now in this book where Jabari doesn't win this that I can see. Everything is being pushed onto the northern side of the map into the corner, and it won't be long before we see an answer for that. And it will be
Cataphract.
Cataphract. Well,
So
we do like
Jabari wants to
Cataphract.
win it with style. That's what it is here. He wants to get another castle up. He wants to go Cataphract, going for the flashy end.
It will be not the first time we've seen them on this map too, unfortunately. Last time was in that 3-hour slugfest. So
Ooh, the additional castle coming down from Jabari.
yeah, very forward. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it could get denied, could not. Ultimately, it's not going to matter.
yeah, exactly. Cataphract's gonna be producing out of 2. Uh, no upgrades on them, but 120 or 110 HP. They're gonna do work.
Yeah, if this castle goes up though, Andrew's off stone.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
sorry, he's off of gold.
well, skirmishers, cataphracts gonna be doing good work on the economy that's left for Andrew here. More vills,
Cavalier.
pikes, everything coming forward. Cavaliers here.
Okay. Yeah, Cavalier from Andrew just doesn't have the eco for it. Jabari thinks better of that castle position, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, and he's gonna be putting the barracks and a range down, so it's just gonna be cataphract, pike, skirm, I guess, as halberdier is being researched. And the vills all exposed here in the north. No military to defend them with yet, as the cavalier will be coming out, but still not a great position by any means. And the GG does come in, so we're going to a game 5, which will end up being on Andrew's home map.
And we got to give it to these two players. You know, first best of 5, and they take it to the 5th game for us. That's very considerate.
Absolutely. Kados, no, this is the only set turned in right now. So this will be the only set of the day, and we are going into the game 5 right now. So, yeah, no one else has turned their games in. They have until, what, tomorrow? Or no, Sunday? Yeah, the 7th, I think I wrote, was the deadline. So they have time. I know a lot of people have messaged me about some things, so a few sets won't be played specifically on
Ooh,
time, but that's okay.
special rare version.
Civ draft guys, Mayans had a victory. Italians with a loss. Trying to figure out who's left in the civs here. Byzantine win. Vietnamese loss. So we have Ethiopians, Portuguese, Vikings for Andrew left, and then we have Goth, Britons, and Turks
Uh,
coming in for Jabari available.
have Have you yet realized that you got the graphic wrong for the maps?
No, thanks. Thanks for ruining it. I
I'm
did not
sorry.
know. Damn
It's
it.
lanes, not dry lake.
Yeah, and I don't. I have Mott and Bailey on there too.
Oh God.
All right, guys,
Extra wrong.
ignore the graphic. It's just there for show. I'm at 5 seconds when you are. Let
All
me
right.
know. You're there.
Yep, I'm ready.
Three, two, one, go. Yeah, my apologies, guys. But very, very intriguing matchup. Vikings for Andrew versus Goths for Jabari.
Oh, whose home map is this? This is Andrew's home map.
Yep, Jabari
So,
headed forward with a Vil already. I would expect this to be a lame.
uh, whether it's a lame or a sneak again, I don't care. Just don't give me as much idle time as you did on Bog Delta.
It's definitely a lame. He's gonna try to wall it in and kill this boar here.
Well, I mean, he hasn't scouted it, but if he can find it,
Yeah, I mean, he will find a pig at least. Scout
yeah, he
does
is
find
taking
it
it.
as well, so he will be headed in that direction.
Jabari pulling out the dirty tricks in Game 5.
Yeah, and it's dirty, but it's illegal. Laming is permitted here, so
Oh, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just
yep, the boar will shoot this thing down, or will go down here. Andrew does see it.
I mean, conceivably break through one of these palisades if he tried, but it doesn't matter. You send all your vills out to get this food? Is that what you do?
I think you get your other one in first if you can, and then go out. But he doesn't even see the other boar. It's in the
Oh,
northern part. That's under. Yeah,
yeah, he's really lucky about that position. It's unfortunate because it's not close and he hasn't found it, but thank God at least it's not going to get taken right away.
yeah, but he's lost a sheep, lost a boar. Back home here, a lot of idols though for Jabari, so you have to be careful with that. Villager
Yeah,
has
and
been located, but it's not a fight that Andrew will be able to take.
yeah, but Andrew, he's just going to keep. If he keeps looking for this fill, he could do a lot. Oh no,
Yeah,
and he found Jabari found the hunt. If he lames this hunt too, but the scout's coming back for Andrew, this Vil should die. But Vil could also get these deer though.
yeah. I mean,
Oh wait,
basically,
no, wait, he has loom.
yeah, he does. He gets loom instantly.
Yeah,
So,
so deer going down. Jabari pulling out the nasty tricks to win for Game 5. That's
yep.
ooh.
One boar, one pig, three deer, and now the second boar will go down too.
I mean,
Whew.
that is a disappointing Game 5. Oh my goodness, Andrew, no.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Jabari with some dirty tricks here, Andrew, what can he do in this position? I mean, he's gonna be. It's gonna be so rough.
This is basically unwinnable, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know how
Jabbar,
he wins this. I mean, he is gonna build a mother mill on the one boar.
but I mean, it does still have 250 food left. That's not bad. That might be the way to go. I mean, honestly, if he does this, he can get 500 food
Yeah,
if he goes this route. It's just it's lawless and efficient, but it's not nearly so bad.
yeah, and he will be dropping one farm here. I mean, he's still. He's actually got the villager advantage right now because of all the idle time. I'm guessing,
Mm.
and yeah, really unfortunate, but he's gonna try to work this out as even more farms come down.
Unfortunately, he also doesn't know where the carcass of that second board is.
Yep, never saw it.
Yeah, but if he goes out to mill the deer after the spore, he could find it. So
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing that he's gonna try to stay in this here, and it looks like he's gonna be able to be relatively okay. Obviously, not what you want, but ultimately, I mean,
if Andrew comes back to win this, I root for him to the finals unless someone does something more impressive. Like,
Yeah, I can feel that vibe. But yeah, I
where's
mean, yeah,
okay? He's going to wood. I wish he would go to the deer. I think would be the better move. Mill the deer. There's still a lot of food out there.
yeah. Ultimately, though, Andrew's position, though it's been so terrible, isn't terrible that he can't come back from at this point. He's got the vills are tied up here. I mean, there's still that Idleville in the north, so really he has a Ville lead.
Yeah, I really liked how Andrew responded to this so far. Except this, you gotta mill the deer. There's still food out on this dead deer. There's one live deer. He's pushing it in at least. Oh, but if he knew where that carcass was, it's another 200 food he could get.
Oh, Jabari hasn't taken one of his own boar. No, that's the boar in the middle, I think.
No, there's no boar in the
Oh
middle.
yeah.
That's his own boar.
So yeah, Jabari, he doesn't see it. He hasn't scouted it. Idle scout here.
And and did his scout never went down? It's
All
just
right.
unfortunate because Jabari, I mean Andrews needed a scout at home, so it's not like he can see it.
The villager in the north has built a barracks.
Oh my god,
So he will
Jabari.
try to drush.
Oh, Jabari just man. You know what Jabari's going to do? Jabari is going to try to make it to the finals and then pick Trade Hub in the deciding game. Like this is he's showing his colors here.
Yeah, I mean, luckily though, Andrew has scouted this barracks and does see that Ville is still there. So
Just
ultimately,
wall it in
yeah,
right
that's what
now.
I'm thinking. He needs to get his Villes up there and start
Well,
walling.
the thing is, it's too late. The three militia already in there. It's too late.
Ah, yes, I see them now. They were
I mean,
jumped out in the
it still
back.
might be. It still might be good long term to do something about that villager, do something about that barracks. But yeah,
Yep,
look
walls
at the.
coming up. Go ahead.
But Andrew is on his way up. He's going to get wheelbarrow right away, and wheelbarrow might just be the difference that evens this out, right? Like the strength of the Viking eco. If anyone could survive and overcome this horrible lane, Viking should, right?
Yeah, they have the best chance by far. Especially if he were to make his own man at arms, they would be more HP, so he would have a good shot. But unfortunately, I think they're going to break in here on the wood line. It's not being repaired. Oh no.
Uh,
Wood line being run away here.
Microwave weak fill away and fighting with the
Yeah,
rest.
it's actually working out very nicely here, but it needs to
But
run.
no. Yeah, he's not microwaving as well as he wants to be. No, this is tense, and he will lose one.
Not bad at
But
all.
one Vil, and he cleaned it up. It's obviously not ideal, but nothing about what Andrew's dealing with is ideal right now, considering the pressure. But that said, two more, using the Goth bonus here for cheaper infantry. You have two more men at arms already in on this wood line, and the walls will not be up. And
Oh,
no,
another Villa will go
no,
down.
Andrew, no.
He is going to get an archer out. He can only have one, though. He's not on gold, so it will be a limited time offer. But if he can get these walls up behind here, which he has not done.
He's not. He's
Oh,
not. And you can't even blame Andrew. Like, I would respond much worse in this position. You've just got to feel you can't catch a break here. If another Ville goes down,
yeah, it's very brutal. And
now you have to do something about that barracks. You can't let this happen again.
yeah, I mean, he's going to send the one archer there. He will be on gold there. So he's going to try to do stuff. He really needs to just try to get these walls up, which he's done very nicely. Deal with that barracks, and then
Right.
try
Well,
and boom, really.
but this is a big thing to look at. Let's zoom out here. Andrew, one Ville down right now.
Hmm.
He has more food in the bank. He's got his buildings to go up to castle. So do you just get up to castle and put a few knights out on the field, and then this is a completely different game?
Yeah.
Like he's weathered the storm at this point. Like he's still not where he needs to be, he's still been brutally punished for this, but
Oh, and
by
he
this
finds the
attack.
Vil in the corner here, so the Archer Skirmisher combo will take care of this Vil. So Jabari will not get any more buildings up, and we have the wall off on the barracks coming up now.
I think all of a sudden, Andrew in a very good position,
Yeah, it looks like he's
all
weathered
considered.
this nasty storm. And, he's only got to get a few more palisades down, and that will be walled off for now. The villagers are tied. Jabari, I think, has had a lot of idle time here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. 27 minutes for Andrew, 23 minutes for Jabari. So, and Jabari's had a lot more idle time on the TC. So,
Yeah, and ultimately, any sort of idle time from Andrew is extremely
yeah,
understandable at this
uh,
point.
Andrew is
So,
taking the Vil lead. There's just too much idle time at the TC from Jabari.
yeah, well, and he just brought in his boar that he finally was able to locate. That was a big advantage. Jabari is on stone with 2, so he is definitely looking to go into the husk rolls here. But honestly, I think that if you're going to counter the Goth with any sort of infantry, you would probably want to have Japanese, Vikings, or Slavs, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, any good infantry civ counters the Goths. It just comes down to resources in the end. Like the Goths can produce all day long. Um, it's quality versus quantity.
Yeah,
And this is a compact map. Quantity can make up a lot. Like it can be hard. If you let Goth pikes or Goth halberdiers find a hole, how are you going to hunt them all down, even with superior infantry? Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, Jabari floating a lot of gold from Jabari, as Kato's pointing out in chat here. Um, and it's not even like he has a lot of vills on gold. He's just got on it and hasn't been spending it.
yeah, he will be getting that market up. So
And Castle Age for Andrew. And Jabari is still a good ways away on the food. Not, or sorry, on the food.
yeah,
So
so if you're in
he
this
could,
position right now, you are thinking, what do you go? Knights, champ line. Being up against Goth, I feel like going into the champion pike route would be better served.
yeah, trying to think about it objectively, I think, yeah, going long swords here is probably the I mean, here's the thing: you go long swords, it makes more sense long term,
Mm-hmm.
but your long swords have no advantage over the Goth long swords, right? Like they both
Just
get all
more
their upgrades.
HP right now is it?
Yeah, okay, so they do have a bonus, so it's more HP versus cheaper, which is actually exactly what we saw in the Vietnamese versus Mayan match earlier. More HP versus cheaper. It's kind of a wash, I think, usually.
Yeah, we will see
I
a
don't
stable.
know.
So
Yeah,
I think you were going knights.
and that's what I was gonna say. I said stable earlier. I said knights earlier, and I think it makes sense. You get the mobility advantage. Matters more in Castle Age than does later on. Later on, champion is probably going to make more sense than keeping with any kind of knights, obviously for Vikings. But right now, mobility in small numbers matters more.
Yeah, and honestly, no matter the result here, this is an impressive comeback from Andrew to stay into this game. And actually, Andrew was on stone. He has plenty of
Yeah, you
stone
didn't
for a
see.
castle. No, I didn't
Yeah,
see he was on stone. So he will be dropping a castle here.
and the
Placement
thing is,
will be important.
2 knights cleans up the entire army for Jabari. He's skirm at this point.
Yeah, not in yet.
So
Uh, come on, place the castle. Where is the castle going to be, Andrew?
I
Okay,
assumed he was going forward. Oh,
he's
he's doing
going to do
defensive.
it right
I,
there. I like it.
if you're doing it, I don't know. If you're doing defensive, take the hill. Your military should
That's
clean this
true.
up. Take the hill.
This buys him stone though again. It secures that. I don't mind it. Knight, where are the knights? They're just sitting here. You need to send those out and start to deal with this.
Yeah, but Jabari, sensing the incoming switch to knights, has already made spearmen. So he's going to be in a better position now than if Andrew had pushed out earlier.
Yeah, Knight, I know you're here. Welcome, welcome.
You said where are the knights? So
Ah ha ha! Funny man. Anyways, um, you're welcome. Berserks. What I was thinking. Think Berserk's definitely the right answer here. Berserks counter everything but the skirmishers on the field. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. And honestly, Berserks do very well against all forms of infantry, right? So, Berserk should be the superior unit here.
yeah, how are they for cost?
Pretty cheap, actually. Pretty cheap. Will be a defensive castle here for Jabari, so he will not risk anything. Also dropping his third town center right now. One thing that we have yet to see is additional town centers, as there comes one. And Andrew also chopped through up here in the north, to the north lane, so maybe he will take advantage of that for himself. Berserk and Elite Skirmisher Town Watch coming in as well. Always love to see that upgrade.
You obsessed with the town watch?
Gotta love Town Watch.
In case anyone was wondering about the context on that, Juicy actually participates in his neighborhood watch there. So he's always prowling the streets after these casts are over, looking out for nay-doers.
Yeah, yeah. 100 bits if the snow leopard kills a Weakville. All right, I gotcha. I'm counting on the snow leopard now. Unfortunately, we may not see it because I'll be focused elsewhere. But Berserks, Squires incoming, upgrades, better.
Here it is. Weakville. Oh, he put the TC, saved himself. I was gonna say the Weakville had the lead.
I shouldn't be looking at this, but I am.
No bits.
Big fight on the front, and the Berserks will clean it up. Yep, no bits for me. Sad day. Berserk's doing a great job, though, and actually denying the Siege Workshop. A couple vills did go down there. I really like that moment. Sorry, guys. Had to hope for the bits. That's all.
So what
indeed.
do you do with Goth in the situation?
Oh, this castle's beautiful, too. I love this castle. On the hill now.
Yeah, I mean, long term, you stick with the champion line.
I mean, the switch to champion line is the only option, honestly. And the numbers game. That's the numbers game for Gossett. They have to get the numbers up. That's it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. He's behind on eco.
Yeah,
He's
and
already
he's
behind on the
losing
numbers.
more eco on the front here, trying to save this one siege workshop, which I don't understand. He's losing military. He's losing villagers just to save a siege workshop. Far less of a loss to lose the siege workshop here. We'll stay up for now, but then the castle will take it out.
You know what I think the play here is? I think the Goths need to go full in on the eco, get the imp, and go hand cannon. How about that?
Important note, there is a longsword in the barracks in the north. Like, it's literally, like, spawned into it. So maybe he was thinking about sending longswords in from the rear.
Or he selected all of his barracks to build longswords from.
Very true. Very valid. But yeah, I mean, Viking Eco is insane too. So Wheelbarrow did come in, I believe, for Jabari, but
It did.
I mean, obviously it came in instantly for Andrew. So his Eco, with a large Eco lead at the moment, after everything we've seen go down here, very impressed here. How he's been able to keep this together. And he's going to take out a blacksmith. That's also a good choice.
2 more longswordsmen at the barracks in the north. He's just building from all his barracks, it looks like. That's terrible. Okay, he's released the barracks. That's better.
Yeah, so he just wants to try to do something with those, which makes sense. But blacksmith going down here, making it have to be rebuilt, not something to be overlooked here, because that could be forgotten. Siege workshop. Oh, we see the stone gates to block in these longswords, actually. Oh, the Vils! They're in! The Berserkers are in! Killing 2 Vils, we'll get through this house quickly if he focuses on it.
We went from a start where I don't think anyone would have blamed Andrew for
Oh.
GGing at 5 minutes to it looks like Jabari could GG any minute.
Yeah, I mean, he's in with a bunch of Berserks right now, doing damage to that economy. And this is such a small number of Berserks, like, risk of them all and try to kill everything you can. Like, there's no reason not to at this point.
Well, what can Jabari answer with, or what will he answer with?
TC
Nothing good
fire and long
enough.
swords, that's all he's got. And interestingly, the longswords do somehow get through here and are killing Vils in the north corner. Only a few so far, but still something to be worried about. 20 Vil lead now.
Yeah, I mean, stretching for positives here for Jabari, but at least he's got his TC's up in good enough positions that he's pretty secure here. It's hard for these Berserks to really find much value.
Yeah, and as far as the ecos go, Andrew very far ahead at this point. I mean, going into Scorpion, he's got a lot of Scorpions. This would be the 6th Scorpion in production here. Not a big fan of that, really. I think best to just get up and get your upgrades faster, but still trying to put the pressure on. I respect that. So,
That girl at some point came out from Jabari, which, eh.
probably in panic, be my guess. Berserk's gonna try to pick off some more Vils here. Ultimately will go down shortly in the base of, but did a lot of damage here with those. So we have, what, 4 TCs? No, just 3 TCs for both still.
Yeah, but a significant difference. Obviously, Andrew's not getting pressured. He has a TC in the outside. Even if he was being pressured, he had safe eco out there, and he's on his way to Imp.
Yep, Imp is on its way. Beautiful.
And this hard to stop when it's just Berserk. But what if it's Elite Berserk and Treb? I mean,
It's going to be even
start
harder to
over.
stop.
Now Jabari not terribly far away from Imp, but not there yet. But even if he does, what does he get? He champions.
Yeah, I mean, Berserk's definitely a very, very great unit here. And, Andrew survived the early onslaught, and now is going to be in such a good position. I mean,
It feels like so much of it. The deciding factor in this game is going to have been Jabari not scouting his other boar, because although he lamed both boars from Andrew, he also missed one of his, and Andrew took one of those boar even though it was lamed.
yeah.
So
Another
so it came out even, other than one sheep.
important note, though, we have 2 Vils headed up here to the what is this, the west corner. So Jabari going to try to prevent his opponent from using that side for anything. Oh, Andrew finds a single house foundation over here, where if he gets through, and it looks like he's going to, Berserk's in the eco.
Don't worry, one Huskarl's coming to make a stand.
If, and Andrew also shifting into crossbow now, so expecting to see longswords continue, gonna add in his own crossbow line.
Yeah, I
Siege
mean he.
workshop for Jabari in the west corner.
All right, well, see, here's the thing: these berserks are in.
But they're walking away.
Yeah, they're following this Huskarl. I think.
Oh, Mangonels do get a few kills, but more Mangonels died.
Oh, This is beautiful from Jabari though. Look at him walling the berserks in. They'll get two vills. They'll kill a husk girl, but they're gonna be walled in.
Yeah, but they can come back and pressure, and at some point he may not be able to pay attention here, and it could be a determining factor. And honestly, I think this is better that he's found this forward over here. And he does see the other Vil running, so he is going to chase that one as well. So Imp is in. Treb already attacking the castle here. Decent military numbers for Andrew to defend that one as well, as long as he pays attention here. And now all these berserks on that side going to be coming back. Elite Berserker also being researched right now. What an impressive showing in our first quarterfinal.
Yeah, I mean the other three pairs have a high bar to live up to.
Yeah, another forward castle here. I don't really like that forward castle. I would like one on the other side, on that hill in the middle, to protect himself in that lane. Be very secure in that. But
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That hill there invites a castle to, deny that wood line from Jabari. But
yep, and the ram train is a coming as well. Two-handed swordsman is in. Champion is on its way. So this is where it will be important to see if the numbers make a big difference here.
I mean, and not only the numbers though, but these scorpions are gonna do work if it comes to a big fight.
Yep. And we're going to see that fight here in a second. Scorpion's going to be in a bad position, though.
Oh, I think they'll be in a pretty good position.
Yeah, a lot less berserk numbers here, but
No, the berserks are running back.
yeah, those scorpions are getting a lot of nice hits off, and the berserks on the other side going to sneak in the wood line.
Just like you said.
Ram's
Ultimately,
doing
though,
the job. Oh man, berserks are
yeah,
in on the eco.
yeah, siege ram coming in. Um, Now the question here is can Andrew keep up the berserk production? He can't. You're going to fall behind Goff's in numbers pretty easily if you don't keep it up, and he is so far. He has the advantage. You can't let off the gas of the Goffs. You ignore them for
Ah.
3 minutes, and they get 100 units on the field.
Holy villagers on gold, 32 on these four tiles down here. There's no way he survives this now. Jabari's
No,
dead.
there isn't.
What are we witnessing, guys? Like, wow. Just wow. Can you believe this? I am in total shock after this start.
I mean, I said it earlier. If Andrew came back and won, he's my pick for the series. For the bracket. I will be rooting for him. Um, he has earned a place in our hearts in this one. Like this is a game we'll remember.
Arson is in, so buildings will melt like nothing now. Siege ram's not even really needed at this point. Wow. It is about to drop below 100 pop here for Jabari. He has run with as much eco as he possibly could in the west corner, but another very forward castle. Buildings for Goth are melting. There's no way to continue producing here as all these vills are being located in the back. GG. Andrew! What a comeback! Wow. I don't even know what to say after this.
I mean, I think
Like,
Andrew got it. That was a great series. Thank you. That's what you say. I mean, just incredible comeback from Andrew there. But honestly, well played from both players through the whole series. We had good games. We had short games. We had longer games. But like that was one of the best series we've seen, no doubt.
absolutely, 100%. GG, Jabari. Thank you for participating. After the start of this set, I thought, or not the set, after the start of this match specifically, I thought you were taking this one. And Andrew, like, holy shit, dude. Way to hold on in there and come back and take the victory for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, not having that boar meant that Jabari took all that idle time and all that micro and didn't get a significant advantage. In the end, it came out to a one sheep advantage for him,
Yeah.
which is not worth all the time he put into it. If he had had his own boar at home, completely different game.
Wow. GG's. Holy shit. What a set, guys. That was crazy. This is just the first of the quarterfinals. So Andrew will move on here, and we're gonna update the bracket. So if you guys don't want to see any spoilers, you can look away now. But we're updating this thing, and we're gonna see who his opponent is coming up next. But we haven't actually had those games turned in yet, so we don't even know. But it will be the winner of Beck and DeGost. Wow. GG's. Well played, guys. Still kind of in shock here, but wow, what a set! If you guys like this and want to watch the rest of the tournament, quarterfinals getting casted as soon as they're turned in, essentially at this point, um, will be updates in my Discord for that, which I'll give you guys the link here, or it's below the stream. Any closing remarks, Hitch?
No, no, I mean, what's there to say at this point? Let's just. I'm looking forward to seeing what Andrew can do. I mean, one of the most important things I think in these tournaments and in this competitive kind of thought process and environment is your ability to hold under pressure, your ability to not give up when things look bleak. And Andrew has demonstrated without any doubt that he's not going to give up easily, and you have to make sure he's really dead before he calls it GG. So
No doubt. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. What a crazy set. Just in shock still. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Looking forward to seeing what the rest of the quarterfinals brings, and ultimately up until the end of the tournament. So, good luck, have fun, and we'll see you guys soon.